We're live. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Johnny Dunn, and we back with another one. Today is going to be epic. Today is one of my favorites. It's another comic book drop on VeVe, so I had to bring out the live stream for everybody. And today's an epic one. We have the first appearance of Carnage, Amazing Spider-Man number 361. So we have the drop in about 8 minutes, everybody. So if you're tuning in just now, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and get ready to get yourself a blind box comic book on the VeVe app. Now, I always want to do this in case we have new people joining the stream. If you guys are unaware of how to get to the comic book section, because I know a lot of people first time through, they see this screen and they say, where can I get the comic books? So if you're on that home screen, just do yourself a favor, hit that drop down button, go right to comics. You're going to go from collectibles to comics, and it's that first one on the screen for you. Amazing Spider-Man. So this is Carnage's first appearance. I think it's going to be a big one. We got 6 minutes and 20 seconds to the drop, everybody. We got December Bitcoin in the building. Let's go. We got Paz in the building. Yeah. So this is going to be a good one. This is going to be one of my favorites. I think the covers look amazing. This is going to be one of those where you can kind of stack up if you get them in the market for a decent price, and you're going to be able to put them around your showroom, put them on your walls eventually, and it's going to look amazing. A lot of these covers these days in the market I've been scooping up just to make sure my showroom looks amazing, because I did get a lot of the comments. I think I have every common comic book so far. I got a couple rares in there, some uncommons, only a couple ultra rares, but I wanted to make sure I have the ones that I think look amazing in our showroom. So I got a couple of those, and this is going to be a big one. This is a pretty popular character. Everybody knows Carnage. So we got the list price here, blind box, $6.99, published in 1992. We got 30,000 total editions. So it may seem like a lot, but all the OGs know that's not a lot of editions at all these days. We probably want to be able to get one on drop if we're lucky. We got the common classic cover, 21,000 editions. We got the uncommon, 5,000 editions. The rare, 2,350. The ultra rare, 1,050. And the secret rare, 600 of them. So I think it's one of those, again, where if you get an uncommon, a rare, even an ultra rare, like these are going to be, good money, because we see the difference just from the commons to the uncommons again. 21,000 for the commons. And you see some of them, like the Marvel Comics #1, that's going up to like $70 for a common. So it's never bad to get a common, even if you're in the common gang, because we see how much they can appreciate. So cover for the secret rare looks great. Good luck, mate. Yeah, I think so too, man. I think all these covers look amazing. Let me kind of go through them real quick. Just kind of show you guys. There we go. We got the common, the uncommon. I think that black and red one, the uncommon, looks amazing. Then we got the rare, ultra rare. I think those look great too. And then, of course, the secret rare. I mean, could this be the day that Johnny Dunn gets a secret rare? Could be. Never know. Never know. Good morning, fam. Let's go. What's up, Brandon? How we doing? Yeah, man, I think this is a good one. We got the drop in 5 minutes. This is one of my favorite looking comic books by far. I liked a lot of the Hulk ones. I think I have the common, uncommon, and rare Hulk. I think they look amazing. Also, who else is excited for these James Bond 007 drops? It's going to be amazing. This is the first time where we see a drop coordinated with a big time movie release. Like, this is going to be big time. I think a lot of people are kind of sleeping on that. And also, this is just the beginning, right? Like, this is only series 1 of those sets. We don't know what they're going to bring later. Could it be a golden gun, an Aston Martin? Like, we don't know what they're going to bring, but we saw the glider, we saw the mask, and we know we're getting some posters. So that's always exciting. I've been a big fan of James Bond 007. So going all the way back to the days when I was a little kid, and we're just playing the video game on Nintendo 64, GoldenEye. I think that brought a lot of the fan base into the series of James Bond. Today is the day. I think so too, Luke. I think so too. It's gonna be fun to see what they're going for in the market. I'm gonna stay in the marketplace, see what everything is at, because it takes about 20 minutes for the market to come back on. But I'm going to tweet this out real quick. I'm going to say join us live after the drop. Got to tweet it out before it drops. I tweet it out real quick. Yeah, I'm excited. We got the drop in 2 minutes. Can't miss it. Don't have my Ethernet cord plugged in this time, so again, we'll see if I can snag one without it. Been doing pretty good lately without it, so that's always a good sign. Makes it, kind of validated that you don't need any extra things to get it, which is always good, right? You don't have to have like the craziest setup to get a good drop, so that's always good. The blind boxes, I like the blind boxes. I don't like them every single drop, but I think they've been doing a great job at kind of mixing it up. Sometimes you're going to be able to go for that ultra rare on these special edition drops, really limited ones. And then you're able to, kind of have like a scratch off ticket, cheaper price point with the blind boxes. So like I always say, it's always a good new entry point for new users. Bring some luck into it. Let me know in the live chat, how many of you guys got a secret rare so far? Your boy has still been striking out. Got a couple ultra rares on drop, so I was happy about that. Got the drop in 35 seconds, everybody. Right now, 35 seconds. A lot of people still been asking me, how am I able to get these drops? If you're just tuning in right now, again, I like to wait, just a split second after it hits zero. A lot of people like to hit it as soon as it touches zero. I think it's a little bit too early. So I'm going to count it down this time. I want to make sure I say every number too. Sometimes I get out of the zone. So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Click. Got it. Couldn't get a second. That's crazy. Crazy. Got one though. Shout out to everybody who got one. Cheers. This is going to be a good one. Fingers crossed. I'm happy with a common. I'm happy with any of them right now. I would like to get an uncommon or secret rare. I think if I had to rank how they look, all of them, I would rank them. It's hard to tell. All right, I would go uncommon first. I really like the uncommon, the way that looks. Then I would go secret rare. Then I'll probably go common. I like the way the common looks. There's a lot going on there. And then it's a toss-up between the rare and ultra rare. Kind of has different aesthetics going, but I like them both. I got one. Let's go, Paz. We in the building. We got one. Yeah, I wish I tried staying for a little bit on the rebound. Wasn't able to get it. Nothing came back for me. Well, we got one. I'm going to write out in the chat, in the feed. I'm going to start using the feed a lot more. I know a lot of people are going to start using it right now just because they know about the activity and, all the engagement helps with the Master Collector program. But people are going to see, I never really stopped using the app. I was always in the feed, comment here and there. I did use Twitter a lot more, but people are going to see I was always still in the app. Congrats, fam. Everyone who got one. I'm going to text my buddy, see if he got one today. He just joined a couple days ago. A lot of people that just joined too, they didn't realize I tried telling them that it's going to sell out instantly. And so they didn't realize like how quick when I said instantly. So a lot of people, they tried like hopping on at 11 a.m. I was like, no. You got to be on the countdown. I'm on the countdown like at least 15 minutes before. I hop on the live stream about 10-15 minutes before. You got to be on that countdown for a while. You got to be, because you got to think about it. People will start realizing he was into shoe collecting. So once I made it similar and relatable to that, he start understanding it. So you got to realize that there's only, you know, a limited amount of these are going to drop, right? And there's probably 600, 500, 700,000 users all trying to go for that one item. So it's a race, right? There's when a new shoe comes out, Michael Jordan shoe, limited edition, and it comes out in the store at a certain date, people are camping out the night before. It's kind of the same thing. It's just we're in a virtual line. So a lot of times too, if it's not a blind box and it's a regular drop, one of my secrets that I've been doing too, I don't think I've really touched on this too much. I'll get on the VeVe app and get on that home screen about a good half hour before drop and just stay on that screen, you know, turn my notifications off, put my phone on, like, what is it, like sleep mode, do not disturb, because you're in a virtual line. So once you get out of that line, you're at the back. So I think that's one thing that does help me, because I am on there for a while. Yeah, my boy just said, where's the drop? I was like, no, you gotta be on that drop screen countdown timer ready to go, man. Like, I think a lot of the new users are just realizing, like, oh, it's intense. Chill crazy. My God, what's going on, brother? How we living today? Did you get one? Damn, the 11 o'clock. Yeah, my God. Oh, yeah, James Bond is this Saturday. So I just wanted to let him know, you know, make sure you got it all squared out by this Saturday, because that's going to sell out instantly. If you think these blind boxes are selling out, woo, James Bond's going to be instantaneous. This is the first time where, oh, let's go. Chili got two of them. That's amazing. Yeah, if you can get two on these drops, that's big time. The James Bond's the first time where we actually have a movie synchronized, you know, release date with the VeVe drop. So that's going to be big. I really do think that's going to be big. Yeah, I think we're going to see some new Medium articles coming out soon too, because they got a lot of things to talk about. We got Kozik drop coming up, that round table, you know, a little interview chat, and also some big things coming up. We got the secret rare dropping. Shout out to the whole Comey team, man, for doing that. That's amazing. But not only just secret rare, we got a lot of things coming. The transition's about to happen, so I think they're going to put out a little bit more details about the transition, maybe more details about the Master Collector program that I know we're all excited to see. I'm so excited to see. Shout out to Dan, the woman of VeVe, for doing that interview, because it really shed some light on what's about to come, and it really woke the market up. I think a lot of people were sleeping. They wanted to hear details. They weren't sure if we're going to get rewarded for being a collector. And this whole time, man, I've been collecting because I know, well, for a couple of reasons, obviously I've been collecting, but one is I know they're some of the biggest physical collectors in the world, right? So when they didn't come out and say black and white that they're going to reward their collectors, me, like, I've been just having this gut feeling the whole time, like, they know what they're doing, right? A lot of these people who are unsure about the company, unsure about the team, like, they have to hear black and white from them. And for me, I don't have to hear anything black and white. I can kind of read between the lines. I can get some clues. I see the direction where this is all going. So I really think that they're going to reward the collectors. And once they said that in that Woman of VeVe interview, shout out to all the ladies. They did an amazing job. And Dan and everybody else who joined that interview too, because Taps was in there, Jeremy Padawar, Reese, everybody killed it when they went on. So I just wanted to shout out them. But Dan really woke up the market. I think he said some details in there that people really were happy to hear. I know I was happy to hear, especially when they talked about the land. That was just amazing. But it's gonna reward the people that have been holding on to these collections, collectibles for months now, because we've had to have a lot of faith and trust in this company to put thousands of dollars in and not be able to cash out. So I think we're all gonna get rewarded for that. Brendan got a 4-digit. Let's go. Yours got delivered quick, man. Good job. Yeah, I think the Kozik details, I think they'll be coming soon. Oh, and also shout out to the Omi homies, man. That that video that they did was amazing. That was a really good one. Shout out to them, both of them. They killed that. And you're going down this week. You're losing, man. They won't. Yeah, I agree. I agree. If you guys haven't seen the video that they did, go check out the Omi homies YouTube video. They kind of just recapped the Fantasy Football League a little bit, talked about the new drops, what just happened lately with the drops, and they did a really funny skit in there with me. They killed it. Jill said 2 phones. Morning all. It's a family affair now. I got one wife. Got one wife, got one. Both the boys didn't. Going to have to speak to the school district about the Wi-Fi. That's amazing. It's one of those things where you probably could, honestly. I mean, tell the school to step it up. Have like a whole school event. That would be cool. Like if the whole school took like a 5-minute break. It should be like a 10-minute break. Maybe like read a couple of chapters of a book or a couple of pages of a book. Do the VeVe drop. You know, get everybody involved. That could be something. Because I know the one school that I taught at, they had like a little 10-minute, 5-minute reading session before like one of the periods. So, I mean, they could get people introduced into NFTs and the whole culture behind what they're doing with the Superman, Batman. I mean, they did talk about how they're going into colleges possibly soon and doing collectibles somehow with the mascots, etc. I think it's going to blow up, right? Imagine if they did colleges and they had collectibles and the mascots. Like, D1 famous schools too, not just, you know, colleges like all over. I mean, big time schools. It could be huge. Wow, let's go. December got one. Let's go. That's all you needed, you know. It could have been the best rebound of all time. Tip slammed at home. Got a 4-digit, no bombing. Fingers crossed. Bombing gang. I mean, these days, commons, the bombing gang. I mean, you see how much commons can go for these days. Not even guaranteed to get a common anymore. So let's give it a check. Give it a check. Let's see what we got. I kind of do like seeing it right away. I just wasn't ready for it last time when that Throg dropped and I got the ultra rare. Like, I wish I knew that I was going to see it right away. I would have been waiting for it, but I saw it and I was like, wait, ultra rare? Is this real? Like, I just wasn't expecting it. And I want to show you guys a little teaser of what they got. So in 23 hours, you know, it's going to be big. This is James Bond. Then I wanted to show you guys who haven't seen. I know a lot of you guys probably seen already. But this is the glider here. Can you just imagine what this is going to look like animated? So there's 2 versions of this, right? I hope you guys can see with the glare. There's 2 versions of it. There's an animated, and then there's a non-animated one. Let me just bring up the details on the James Bond drop. I think it's going to be amazing. We got the 1-to-1 size glider. It's static. It's $127. It's 5,007 editions. I like that. 007. And then we got the second one, the 1-to-1 glider, and it's animated. There's 3,007 editions. If it's $197 for the animated, $127 for the static. And then we got the mask, right? It's $57, 7,007 editions. And then we have the coming soon one. We don't know what's going to be the mysterious drop. I've been kind of thinking it's 2 things, right? I think it's the vehicle, the Aston Martin, which would be amazing. I would need to have that. I think that would make also the DeLorean go up. Any cars that drop, I think it's going to make the price of the DeLorean go up because the DeLorean will always be the first car that was ever dropped on the VeVe app. So when we have Fast and Furious and we have tons of cars, other GM cars, the DeLorean's always going to be the first car ever. So I had to get a second duplicate of that one. I think I had a third, but I had to sell that one a little bit cheap just to reinvest for some gems, but had to keep a duplicate. And if we get the Aston Martin, I think that's going to be big time. But also, I could see them doing like a golden gun or something like that. Or maybe like part of the movie clip or something. I don't really know for sure, but whatever they do, I think it's going to be amazing. Yeah, in the details, it says it transforms to like a submarine, which could that mean that we're going to see water in the VeVe verse? I mean, I think so. I think the VeVe City, I think it's going to be something that changes the way people collect, right? It's an immersive whole ecosystem. This is going to be game changing. Like they said, it's going to be rolled out in iterations. So it won't be something that's complete in the very beginning, but they're going to roll it out in steps, right? The first step is I think the showrooms, how I think, like I said in a couple other live streams, I think it's going to be kind of connecting showrooms to where I'm in my showroom. I'm going to eventually be able to go to a friend's showroom from my showroom, go in theirs, maybe place a bid on something. We're going to be able to search for friends. So that's going to be like the first step of this social media immersive VeVeverse, I think. I'm going to see what the market's up. See if the market's up. Market's still down a little bit. Usually comes on about 20, 30 minutes after the drop. Still got one pending, y'all. It is so fun to speculate and imagine what we will get in the future. Shiba. Yeah, it really is, man. It really is. Because imagine Dan and David what their job is, right? Their job is to almost create a Sims game with real life. Like they're playing Sims with us in real life. They just get to, I know it's a lot of hard work, so don't think I'm just saying they just get to have fun because they're stressed out. They're not sleeping. They're grinding, right? For years and years without really seeing too much pay. So shout out to the team for the grind. But it is fun to speculate because it's all coming real at some point, we know. We just don't know when and how much we're getting. So it's always fun to kind of speculate and see what we got. Oceanfront showrooms, that would be amazing. We did see, I think they said it or we saw, I think they said it, right? How they're going to tease different environments. Maybe 4th of July, they're going to have fireworks going off. Maybe wintertime, it could be snowing. Like, I think stuff like that will be game changing. I hope it's something like that. Maybe you could geolocate it to like your location. So if it's raining around you and someone comes in your showroom, it's going to be raining in your showroom, stuff like that. I think that would be amazing as well. That would be really cool. I would definitely need an ocean view showroom. That's for sure. I need the ocean around mine. Island vibes, pineapple vibes. Shout out to the pineapple gang. Island vibes. Island vibes is where it's at, man. I need warm weather. I still got one order pending. Anybody in the chat get a secret rare before yet? I've still strucken out on secret rares. Was fortunate. Got a couple good ultra rares in there. Gang gang. I just made a big sale. Not a big sale. It was only a few $100s, but I reinvested it in a ton of collectibles. I felt like, you know what? A lot of these collectibles I think are still slept on, in my opinion. I think the FAs, even if they're, you know, not the most popular brand or if it's a new brand or something like that, if it's a series 1 or 2 and it's a, I don't want to give it away just yet by saying something, but basically all I'm going to say is I sold one collectible for a few $100 and I just bought 20 FA collectibles of the same one. I stacked up big time because I think it's going to get to like $100. It's not there yet. So I want to be there, you know, in a good position when it is. Because I think a lot of these, you got to realize people are about to be able to pay an ETH with a lot of these or OMI. And that's going to be game changing. We're going to see floors rise that we've never seen before. There's always going to be ebbs and flows, right? Nothing just goes up, up, up forever. It'd be minor pullbacks, but in the macro, everything goes up. Let's go, Paz. Paz knows what he's talking about. No comic secret rares for me yet. Yeah, me neither, man. Me neither. I'm getting close. I'm feeling it, and it's only going to take one, you know, just to make the entire day go amazing. Entire week, entire month could make my entire year, right? Because we see how much they're going for in the market. Secret rares are big. I think anything with a limited amount will be big in the future. But I just joined a week ago. Oh, you're still early, man. I'm still in the comic game. The thing about it is, like, I wouldn't even stress about, I don't even know if you are stressed or not, but I'm just saying, if you're just joining recently, don't think you're late. I know it's kind of easy to think that way because you see big collections, But everybody, as soon as they join, thinks they're late. I thought I was late when I joined in March. Nobody is late joining right now. Because what I keep saying is, and I think it's making people's minds explode because they're realizing how big this is going to be. 99% of the people that are going to use the VeVe app for the next decade haven't even joined yet. Think about that. 99% of the people that are going to be using VeVe haven't even joined yet. Like, this is going to have millions and millions of users. So you are here under the first million users. That's big time. And people think, I'm talking crazy when I say that. But people also thought I was talking crazy when we had 10,000 users and I was saying buy the Todds. And people were saying 7,000 additions is too much, And I'm sitting there like, we're going to have hundreds of thousands of users. People call me crazy. Now we're at hundreds of thousands of users. And I'm saying we're going to have millions and millions of users. So anything you see around retail price and it's an FA, I think it's a gold mine right now. I really do. Got one ultra rare, no secret rares yet, few rares, lots of commons and decent uncommons. Cool, man, cool. It's about same with me, I would say. I think I got maybe one or two more ultra rares, but about the same. Also, what I was thinking about was I was watching the video again and how the interview, I guess I should say, I was watching the interview again, and Dan talked about how they're going to drop unlimited collectibles or accessories. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, it's really going to happen. So I've been having this vision, like not all, but like a lot of the accessories, probably some collectibles are going to be unlimited eventually. So when we see a limited amount, 30,000 editions, a limited 50,000 edition DeLorean drop, obviously right away we think, oh, that's way too many editions compared to a 1,000 edition, etc. But no, think of when there's 10 million people in the app. A 50,000 limited edition run is nothing. That's going to just fly like that. So I think once they start dropping these unlimited tables, plants, decorations, even collectibles, like just something for new users to get an unlimited amount, like just to play with. Once they start doing that, it's going to shine a light on all the limited editions, I think. So par for the course. yeah, exactly. Just something normal, nothing crazy, nothing too great. That's awesome to hear. Yeah, exactly. Because the thing about VeVe that makes it so great too, any week can change your life. And it's so true because you may come on the app, see people have like hundreds of collectibles, think, oh, well, I can't get that. I started with 3 collectibles. I remember if you go back to my earliest videos, if you go scroll all the way down on my YouTube videos, or if you just go to the VeVe playlist, you scroll down, I had my first showroom I ever created, like March 1st, or I think it was, or 3rd. I only had maybe 4 collectibles. And so you can see just in a handful of months how quickly that can grow. Because a lot of people, I did put in a lot of money in this, but also people have only put in a few $100 and they have $10,000 showrooms because it's just flipping, right? You can put in $100, get a secret rare or ultra rare collectible 1 week. All it takes is 1 week. And you don't have to buy in the marketplace. Just put $100 in and wait till you get an ultra rare 1 week. You get an ultra rare 1 week, you can flip that for a couple thousand. You can start buying collectibles that are low, selling them at a high price, and it can really get the ball going, and you can start learning a lot too as you go. Biggest thing right now, I would say, is just pay attention to the market and just kind of get a feel for how it goes up and down, because it's one of those things where nothing just goes up forever and nothing goes down. So market goes up, has its up and down. It's called the ebb and flow. And so I would just, when you don't have a big collection yet, I would just study the market, right? And just pay attention to how it moves, when it moves, and try to figure out why. Like, one thing that I noticed was the trend is when a big announcement happens, a big drop, that's usually when the market kind of sinks a little bit because people need to sell off to get gems for that new drop. I don't think that's really the best idea, because you may be selling off an important, valuable collectible for something that you may not even get, or something that may not be as valuable. So I would try to always sell it when things are at a high, and don't sell things like the night before a drop. That's usually when it's at its lowest price. I like to usually buy things a night before it drop, but as long as you have enough gems, right? That's kind of always the dilemma. Bright side of being new to VeVe, you haven't been on long enough to watch Todd selling for 230, Superman 65, Pride 200, Dragon 400, and didn't buy them up. This is something huge I want to talk about. He's 100% right. Todd was just sitting at 230, 300 for the longest time. People weren't buying them. And it just moves quickly. And as soon as that movement happens, that's when the FOMO begins. When things just consolidate and they just stay the same, it's like, I don't really want it. When things start selling out, boom, everybody rushes to it. So the key is to get things when there's not much, people are talking about it, they're not really moving. That's the time to buy. And then when the attention hits, boom, it's skyrocketing. You can do what you want after that. That's just my opinion, what I've been doing. And the way that I've been kind of studying the market. Now, it was interesting to see how the market reacted this time when the James Bond announcement happened, because we've never had 700,000+ users. So I was thinking it could dip. Maybe it doesn't dip as much because as people sell, there's a whole bunch of new users to buy. But also more users may need gems, so more users may sell. We did see a decent dip, but things kind of picked back up. I think that's going to be just the trend as we keep getting more users, Once we have maybe 5 million users, there may not really be that big of a dip. But I think there'll be, dips and peaks still as we keep getting more users. So just try to just study the market, see when it dips. Domer said, buy those Cryptkins. They're Series 1, Season 1 FAs. Full disclosure, I have about at least 10 of all the common Kryptons. Because I think for $20, I think I was buying them at like 16, 18. It's only a few bucks over retail. And for a Season 1 FA collectible, Season 1, Series 1 FA. We see in Top Shot, everybody wants those Series 1s. Peace out, December. On the other side of the world, it's the morning for us. It's a night for December. Good night. Let's see if the market's open. Market's closed. Collectible comics. Still got one pending. So it should be opening up soon in the next 5 minutes, probably. Cryptkins commons were $6.99. Now they're around 20+. Exactly. I bought most of my duplicates when they were about double the price of retail. When they were $6.99. But now they're over $20. So I don't think they're going to get much lower, I mean, maybe when a dip happens, but a lot of things are low. And I'm like, whew. I don't think things are going to stay low forever, right? Dragon Girl. Oh my gosh, this is one of my best FOMO purchases ever. So when I got the Dragon Girl, right, I got one of the ultra rare Dragon Girls on drop day. I was so happy about it. I was looking at it. I was like, wow, this thing looks amazing. Looking at the gold shine, I was like, okay. Instantly, I was attached to it. I said, this is going to be big money, but I'll never be able to sell it. So I look at the market. I see the lowest one at $700. And I was like, oh my gosh. This might go down. I have to get it. Boom, bought it. And ever since I bought it at 700, it just took off. So I was like, oh my gosh, what a good FOMO purchase. Now, another good, it's like 4.5K right now. One of the FOMO purchases that I made that probably wasn't good, that was a long hold for me. I got a secret rare, right? I bought it in the marketplace, a secret rare 2D Ultraman. When they first dropped, I bought one in the marketplace for $700. It was the 1953 mint number. It's one of the actors in Ultraman's birthday. But as we all know, we saw those posters sink. When all that FUD happened and the whole market kind of went down, we saw them as low as like $400 for a while too. So I didn't sell low. I didn't take a loss. I just held. In fact, I bought an extra one. I was like, you know what? Dollar cost in, right? So I bought another 2D Ultraman secret rare at like 400, 500, and now they're $1,000. So sometimes when you buy things, You should never really FOMO into anything. But if you end up FOMOing into something and you see the price go down, try not to sell. Try your best just to hold it, because if it was up there, it's probably going to be back up there someday too. What up, Dunny Dunn? My guy, how we doing? How we doing? I just got a Secret Rare Ultraman comic for the exact same price a few weeks back. Wow, that's funny. Dunn always making good moves. Not always, man. I mean, I made some bad moves, I think, here and there. But it's always a learning lesson, right? You make a bad move, you say, "Wow, I'm not going to do that a second time." Or you try to analyze it and think, like, why was that so bad, right? What did I do wrong? Did I sell at the wrong time or wrong piece? It's one of those things where I think everybody's always looking for advice, because there's no one always telling you, like, this is the right move, make it. You kind of just have to trust your gut. And it's one of those things where if you do trust your gut, it's so much easier to die on your own sword, I always say, because at least you can be like, you know what? I really felt like that was the right move at the time. It wasn't. I can take the L. But when you're listening to someone else, it feels good, I guess, when you make the right call. But if you listen to someone else and it doesn't work out, you feel that much worse, because you were thinking, wow, I didn't even really want to do that, So try to just dig deep and get that gut feeling and trust your gut feeling with things, man. Yeah, I hope you get a secret rare too, or at least an ultra rare or something big. Plus, I study the market too, man, like crazy. Like, I feel like I'm constantly looking at the market. Like, my screen time is probably out of this world. Like, my phone's always on the VeVe app too. Like, I just leave it up a lot of times. But it's good when you can study that market. You get to see the ebb and flow. You get to see things that you may see low prices that what they once were at, when people may not have been able to see what they were, or vice versa. Like, how high things got. So if something's low, you can say, well, that just was up at this price, etc. Maybe it's a good buy. Still got one pending. Like, for instance, I bought what was it just recently? It was like $200. It was sitting really low. It was the Jade. It was the Jade Cthulhu statue. The gold one's like 340, right? 320 at least. Maybe minimum 300. It was low. But the Jade has like the same amount of editions, and it was sitting at 200, and the next price was like 230. So I was like, okay, buy. Bought the $200 Jade, just because I know that's like one of the lowest prices it's been at for a long time. And things have kind of been moving lately, so I felt like I could easily flip that for like 240, 250, and make an easy, quick $50. I usually hold my things, but sometimes if I see something that's extremely low on the floor, and the next floor price is like $50 higher, you can just buy it and list it at the floor price and literally make the easiest come up in the world. So when you study the market, it definitely helps. Harley Quinn 2 is hyped right now. There's a couple of things I think with the Harley Quinn 2 that's helping it get pumped right now. Obviously, the pump groups, right? And then also, I think a lot of catalysts are coming for that. We saw one time where that Harley Quinn 2 in a snippet video, it got animated, pounded the Joker or pounded that, whatever it's called, or shot up. You could shoot out a raffle ticket. Who knows what's going to happen, right? But we did see it in one of the video snippets that it got animated at some point. So we don't know if that's going to happen when the VeVeverse drops, or if that's not going to happen. Like, we just saw teasers of it, so maybe that, plus with a bunch of groups involved, who knows? They could be pushing it, but I don't think it's that bad of an investment, right? 157, it was sitting at probably half that price for a while, but if the market keeps up and market, picks up, keeps doing what it's been doing, I think it could be a good play. Got to play it like a crypto market by the dips. It kind of is, man. It kind of really is like a crypto market. It's just its own NFT market, right? Crypto NFT market. Wife not getting that beginner's luck. High mint bombings for the first and second drop. Where that newbie love. That's what I've been noticing. It's been kind of like a conspiracy theory. People are saying that the new accounts get the good drops. I don't believe that. I think it's just all luck, right? But I just wish mine got deliver faster. I hate waiting for so long. Oh wow, Harley Quinn got to 300. Okay, I didn't see it get that high. That's one that I haven't really followed that much because I only have one of those. Um, Shout out to Wendy. I gave her my duplicate. It's a funny story about that one too. As soon as I gave it to her, it just skyrocketed. Like it was like a good luck charm. Like, here you go, boom, took off. I think I gave it to her when it was like 60 or 70 bucks, and as soon as I gave it to her, it was like 90, 100, and just kept going. So I was like, just keep it. So it was a good gift. Since these jobs get so competitive, everyone's that's so funny. Pat said, since these jobs got so competitive, everyone suddenly has a wife and 3 kids. I'm about to have a wife and 3 kids soon. That's so funny. Pat said, "Gave it." Yeah, I gave it. I gave it away. It was a gift. I give too many things away sometimes, man. That's too funny. Spuddy would have a step back. The one thing about the animated Rizzo is a lot of people are saying like they don't want the Rizzo to get animated. I don't know how I feel about that. I've been thinking too, like, do I want the iconic Rizzo just to be a stationary statue, kind of like how it is up there, or do I want to animate it? Since it's not going to be the first animated collectible like Ripno is, kind of just want it to be iconic and stationary static, but maybe like accessories that you could give to it, like a Rizzo with a gold cape or something like that, right? Just to kind of give it that exclusive. Or what about this? Ready? This might be a good idea. If you happen to complete the first series, the black and white, so you got the Todd, you got the Rizzo, you got the Becky, you got the Joe. Maybe that will allow you to unlock gold capes for them all. So that way, only like 1,700 people are going to be able to have the possibility to have that. Just to give like your collectibles a little bit more rare scarcity type thing. As long as it doesn't mess with like that would devalue the original Rizzo. You could take it off, etc. Stuff like that. That would be awesome. Impossible to get in Australia now. What's that, like the drops you're saying? Why is it impossible in Australia to get the drops? Because like the time zone you're saying? Only a wife and 2 kids for me. Yeah, I don't think the black and whites will ever be animated either. Maybe like I was saying, like accessory wise. I think for Cozy Drop, I'll have a wife and 2 kids as well. Just pick and choose, right? Is the James Bond mask dropping tomorrow or on Sunday? So the mask is dropping October 1st at 8 a.m. Let me go through the drop times for you guys. So October 1st, Wednesday, 8 a.m. We got the glider and the mask dropping. That'll be big. So you're gonna have a choice to go for the static, the animated glider, or the mask. And then we have October 1st at 12 p.m. PT. So at 3 p.m. Eastern time, about 4 hours after the first drop, we have the posters. We have the ultra rare poster, 2,507 editions. 107 is the price. And then the rare 4,007 editions, 87 is the price. I love that they went with the '07 theme because obviously Johnny Dunn 7. You guys know me and 7. I love it. It's another reason why I love James Bond. Yeah, I do think the market will open soon. That's the reason why I stayed online on the live stream for so long. Just because usually they open the market in like 30 minutes after the drop. Still got one pending, and the market is live. Let's go. What we got? What we got going on? I don't see him in here yet. Maybe people don't realize it's live yet. Oh, here we go. All right. So the common, what's it going for? $50. There's only 6 of them in here. So $50 right now seems pretty high. Just for right away, obviously. The uncommon, $150. There's only a few of them in here. The rare, $500. Woo! There's only a few in there still. The ultra rare, 5K. There's only 2 in the market. 5K for the ultra rare. Secret rare, 10.9K. These are the numbers that I'm talking about. Let's go. Yeah, it drops. Oh, server's too far. Interesting. VeVeverse would be cool to have the option. You like it static in the app. Yeah, that'd be cool. Maybe something like that. Yeah, I'm so excited for James Bond, man. I can't wait for James Bond. You think the mask is the 3rd? It says on the drop time when the drop here is October 1st. Did I read it wrong for the mask? Is it October 3rd? Oh, you're right. For the mask, it says October 3rd. I think that may be an error. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is the 3rd, and it's just the 1st for the. Interesting. What date would be the 3rd? So the 1st is a Wednesday, and the 3rd is a Friday. Interesting. Maybe it is. Maybe it is the 3rd. I think it could be a typo, but we'll see. We'll see. Gotta get on Reese for those typos. Shout out to Reese, man. Gonna be pricey next 10 days. It is. That's the thing. Like when we have all these drops coming up, it kind of sinks the market a little bit just because people need gems, right? So they can kind of almost, I feel like, control the market. When they want the market to boom, they just don't drop anything. So it'll be interesting to see if it keeps happening. Which I think once we start getting, more and more users, I think that'll kind of go away. Because right now it's still filled with a bunch of OGs that haven't been able to cash out. So it's hard for, a lot of us that have been here from the beginning to keep putting in money. Like me, I don't have any more money. Like I'm all tapped out. So anything I do, I just have to play it some more and sell a collectible that I have a duplicate of. So I've been playing almost like fantasy collectibles right now in my collection because it's almost like a fantasy team. You have to kind of, edit your roster, edit your collectibles. I'm not able to just put in another 1,000 gems, buy whatever, and keep my collection. I have to kind of be smart. Which duplicates am I going to sell to reinvest? And so, wow, just number 324 for 40 gems. So if you're a new user and you get a common, it's a low mint common, don't sell for cheap. Even a low mint common will be a lot of money. Paz, I am cash poor, but NFT rich. Facts. Cash poor, mind rich, NFT rich, just cash poor. That's all. It's interesting to me that the market opens before my comic delivers. I wish it was kind of reversed, just because I don't know which one to buy in the market. All right, so the common Spider-Man drop. There's about 175 in the market right now, so more of them are being sold. There's 31.99 is the floor price for the common. 31.99. The uncommon, $140, $148. The rare, $400 is the floor. Ultra rare, 1.6K. Secret rare, 8.2K. Like, can I trade my lucky for a year's rent? Honestly, with how the world's going, I would say probably soon. I really do. Soon, I really do think maybe in the next couple years, few years, maybe it takes a handful of years. I don't know. But I think people buying houses, that'll all be done on the blockchain, right? So much quicker, so much more simpler. Like, there's so many things you have to do now to sign off a house and sell it when it could be so simple in, just do it on the blockchain. But I also have a feeling that a lot of us who think the future will be like that will be a little bit different. But I mean, you see where it's heading, and that's definitely the direction that's all heading. I'm going to take a look at this drop real quick because it does say October 1st, but then on that mask drop, it says October 3rd. So it says No Time to Die Series 1. That says October 1st. But it does say debut starting October 1st. The glider, that's October 1st at 8 a.m. Maybe it is. And then the mask drops October 3rd at 8 a.m. Maybe 2 days later. We'll see if that is a typo or not. And then we all know the posters drop October 1st in the PM. So maybe that's the case. We shall find out soon. But since it's not dropping yet and my comic hasn't been delivered, I'm thinking about just hopping off stream and then I'll just post it in the YouTube post like I normally do. Because a lot of times when this happens, it could take like 2 hours, 3 hours, sometimes even longer. I've had it one time where I didn't get it delivered to like 4 p.m. That's a good point right here, Paz. You never know what kind of gadgets they may have in the movie that like they haven't been seen yet, so they want to wait. That's actually a great idea. I could definitely see that being a possibility. So possible drops or days in a row. Crazy world. That's a thing. Get your gems ready. It still stings when I see Donnie because I could have bought it sitting at 100K. Hey man, it's one of those things where I saw probably in the market for cheap too back in March. I didn't buy it. A lot of us are gonna have those regrets of could have bought this, could have bought that. I bought a Starfire for $83 in the marketplace. You don't think I questioned myself like, why didn't I buy 10 of them at the time? Or I saw Rizzo for $500 in the marketplace. Didn't buy it. Didn't think I was gonna spend $500 at the time on collectibles. So like, you're gonna have L's, man. You're gonna have regrets sometimes here and there. But the best thing you can do is live in the present moment. There's gonna be tons of more wins coming your way, tons of more opportunity possibilities. So you can't live in the past. We're all gonna have those regrets. So don't feel bad. I probably sold things that are gonna be thousands of dollars, right? You kind of just have to pick and choose your battles. Can't win them all, and you can't let yourself get defeated either when you take an L. Or it's just not even an L, really. It's just a missed opportunity, I would say. But there's gonna be tons of opportunities coming, so don't feel bad about that. Yes, sir. There's gonna be a lot of drops coming, definitely. Definitely. Appreciate you, Pass, for joining. As always, appreciate your support, brother. I probably will just leave a post what I got, common, uncommon, etc. Because last time it took a little bit to get delivered. It took like 3 or 4 hours, so I don't want to be just on the live stream for a bunch of hours. We'll only have regrets until we have a 7 figures, then we won't even think about it. Exactly. That's the thing. Like, I'm not complaining one bit. Like, I have no complaints. Like, just joining now, you may be like, oh, I should have got this, should have got that. Like I said, you're gonna have tons of opportunities, right? It just takes 1 week. You luck out, get that ultra rare. You get a secret rare, 10K, 5K, 20K. Boom, it all changes, right? So never get down on yourself. Never get down on yourself. But all right, guys, got some things to do today. Hopping off. I'm definitely gonna put it on the YouTube. I'm gonna create a post saying like, got a comment, uncommon, got the secret rare. So make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you guys see that. And also let me know in the comments below like what you end up getting today. Ultra rare, rare. Oh, my guy. Appreciate you, man. I'm positive except for when I lose in fantasy football in the community. You're a VeVe therapist. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you definitely. It's because one thing before I sign off. I know how we all talk about our wins. I got this for cheap. No one talks about their losses, right? I've had losses. I've had to sell a couple in the early days. I sold a couple sub 100s for like less than $1,000 just because I needed that in order to invest in another collectible, another set. Sometimes you do take losses. It's like a marathon, right? You may lose that battle, but you may win the whole entire war. So like you may have missed that one battle. You may have missed that one opportunity, but you learned something from that. You saw what the prices can do. So now that taught you a lesson. For the next time, your gut's saying, wow, that's sitting there. It's not moving up in price, but I really think it's valuable. It's going to make you pounce on it. And that could be the decision that makes your entire life worth it, So don't ever feel bad, man. Solemnly swear said, you're 0-3. That's funny, man. Funny, man. Common Club. Commons are hard to get these days, man. But appreciate you guys definitely for all the support, man. Big time. Appreciate you guys. We're tuning out. I'm glad everybody got something today. Another good drop. Spiderman, Carnage. I think it's going to be a big one. Everybody knows this character, so I'm excited to see what I get. I'll let you guys know in the post. Stay tuned. Hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button if you guys aren't subscribed already. We're signing out. It's your boy, Johnny Dunn. We out.